What's up, everybody? Man Cave here. As you guys can hear in the background, that is my Traxxas Easy Peak Plus charger that is currently balancing a lipo for me. I went fishing earlier and had a chance to take my hobby wing jet boat out and run it around some more, but not to get off track right as the video starts, I'm going to go into this right here, the Losi comp crawler. Now, I don't have everything completely on it yet. I still have yet to install the dig servo for it, but I'm thinking I might not do that with this one, seeing how it's just so much fun crawling with this one without dig. I mean, it's awesome. Now we're going to go into the guts of it here. By the way, this paint job was very spur of the moment. It's basically white primer faded into a I don't even know what the hell you'd call it. We color blue, but very simple white to blue fade, and then of course blue inside the body. But for the guts of this machine, for right now, we have a Novak Rooster Crawler ESC paired with a Novak Terra Claw 55 turn brush motor. These are pretty much indestructible motors. This is the controller for the Losi rock lights that come on the night crawler, which is also easily adaptable over to the comp crawler because they share the same chassis. Up front, I've got just a standard axial AS2 servo, which is surprisingly enough more than enough power to turn lock to lock, and there's no slop or any pinch when it's in a tight bind. I originally had a Venom 55 turn in here, but I smoked the motor, which wasn't the motor's fault. I thought I had a brand new one, and turns out it was a used one, so that one was my fault. And this one, being that it doesn't have the dig servo in it, because I found after crawling and with the shocks halfway mounted, I still got retarded twist with this thing. It doesn't need dig. It'll pretty much climb over anything you put it up against, thanks to the national champion Losi Rock Claw tires. So therefore I've bound it to the AX3 axial radio system, which you find stock on the Axial Wraith and all new axial ready to run versions. But very simple, very sophisticated, very well put together vehicle. Losi did a great job. They knocked this one out of the park. It's an awesome race roller, as they term it, straight out of the box. Throw your electronics in it and you can pretty much go anywhere with this thing. I absolutely love it, and for the price, it's absolutely right in the ballpark for what I would pay for something of this quality. Now, I picked this one up from RPP for $199, which was an ARTR, of course, but to be fully assembled and to have metal links, everything, the worm gear axles I found, that's the only real thing that I'm not used to yet, is driving with worm gear axles, seeing how I'm used to spooled and locked differentials such as the AR60 back there in Pork Chop. You've got the, I believe they're D90s on the Trail Finder, which that is something I'm going to have to do a whole nother video on that one. You can see the the XR10 shell over there and the bodies over there. I've got to do a motor transplant on that one. I've got to throw a ESC into that, wire it up, and get that one going too. That one's going to be bound to my Spectrum DX3C. We've changed the tires on Mean Green. I know I've searched for a name for this for forever, and finally Mean Green, I believe it was Jaden97, I want to say, who said to name it Mean Green. So that's its new name. that for now is going to be the puller for when I hook up the double axle trailer, which I still have some things I want to fab on it. I want to fab some tow hooks, well, not tow hooks, but cargo hooks, and obviously build some fenders for it, because it's not really a trailer without fenders, and I've got to have an equally badass vehicle pulling such a badass rock racer. So once again, as my usual bad habit, I jumped off track, but like I've said before in my videos, I like pointing out and doing multiple things within one video, so it's not just video after video after video. I get a lot of ground covered in one, and in fact I'm actually going to cover some more ground. This here is another M2 dual dig ESC. Well, not dual, but dual brush motor crawling ESC. Comes with a pair of Novak 55 turn Terra claws, and of course the M2 ESC, which is very awesome. Now, if you are planning on running the 3-cell, which with the XR10, I don't ever see a 3-cell. As I've stated before, I'll be using this Acceleron 1650 30C 2-cell LiPo for the XR10, and I'm also using the Losi 1650 20C Performance LiPo pack for the comp crawler, which for the first test runs I used a nickel metal hydrate battery, which is why you still see a standard connector on here. But that is going to be getting cut, and I'm going to be soldering Dean's Ultra plugs onto it. I think they're the WS2s. I don't know. Let's see. I got them over here. The male Ultra packs. Yeah. Stupid me, but just males. So I'm waiting for my male females. And then you can never go wrong when you buy this setup right here. This is the Traxxas Millennium VXL3S system. Very, very, very fast motor. That's what's in mean green. I've got a VXL3S in my 2-wheel drive Slash, and this is going to be going into a 4-wheel drive Slash. So that's going to be a very, very badass vehicle. But anyways, back to the original plan here. The Losi Comp Crawler is a very, very, very capable rig. It's priced perfectly, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. I absolutely recommend it to those who do not have one and want a good starter slash advanced. I would say that this one is a little bit more high-tech, being that it does have the option for dig, and they do give you a bunch of really good part support for it. Hands down, I have to give it a thumbs up on my list of things to do. So basically you'll be seeing this one very soon. As soon as I get the XR10, I'll be doing some actual like comp crawling style videos. But for now, that's a winner in my book, guys. If you like what you see, rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.